And welcome back to Stanny Boy Reviews. I'm your host, Stanley. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my channel and to talk about your favorite horror films and my favorite horror films. And today, this is not your favorite horror film. This is nobody's favorite horror film. I promise you when I say I did you the favor by watching this movie. And while it doesn't make a lick of mother sense, we are talking about 1989's absolutely bat Elves. I can't stop laughing. It's one of those movies. You know the drill, guys. Go get your fun little Santa hat. I feel stoned after watching this.
Oh my god.
I should have been stoned watching this. Might have been a better experience. And you know what? Go grab your Respect for Acting by Uta Hagen, because clearly none of the actors in this movie had any. I'm already seated. Go have a seat. And let's go to the mall with this nasty little weird movie. If that's what you want to call it, let's just do it. Lucky for all you viewers out there, there is virtually zero production history on Elves. Aside from the fact that it came out just around Halloween of 1989. Why not Christmas? I don't know. Just another one of the many flaws of this film. I'm allergic to this movie. Why Wikipedia is telling me it's a PG-13 movie, there's no way in hell. There is so much blood, so much bad taste. There's quite a few tits. Straight up, it's a disgusting piece of work. And as of today, there is no physical DVD or Blu-ray available. But if you want to spend a pretty penny on it, you can get a VHS copy of it on eBay. You could just watch it on YouTube for free, which is what I did. With that being said, what the are you waiting for? Go watch this, because no matter how much I'm about to talk about this movie, it's definitely worth watching. It's one of those you have to see it to believe it type of movies. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's just get into it, shall we? The entire time I was prepping for this review, I was so excited to talk about the plot. Like, strangely looking forward to it. But now that I'm here, I have absolutely no idea how to break any of this down. Because it just doesn't make any sense. None of it. None of this movie makes any sense. So I'm going to try my best to do this with as straight a face as possible. Here we go. A group of girls, led by 30-something teenager, Kirsten, they're in the woods one December night performing an anti-Christmas ritual.
We now convene the Sisters of Anti-Christmas.
In the midst of doing so, Kirsten cuts her hand, and her blood spills on the forest floor, and it awakens an elf of Christmas past. Now prepare yourself. The elf was apparently put there, hidden, by neo-Nazis a long time ago as part of a plot that Hitler had envisioned as the prime master race. We all thought it was blonde-haired, blue-eyed beauties that Hitler had in mind.
But no.
It was actually half-elf, half-human hybrids. And it was Kirsten's grandfather who was an intricate manipulator of said plan. And Kirsten is somehow a key part of this plan, since she's the last pure-blooded Aryan virgin on the planet, and they need her to mate with the Christmas elf. Are you following? I'm not either. Elsewhere, we have an ex-cop played by Dan Haggerty.
Come on, Hugh. I can buy my own coffee. And you know I don't need any donuts. I need a job.
Who gets a job as a mall Santa because the other mall Santa has been killed by the elf. And it's up to Dan Haggerty and Kirsten to stop the neo-Nazis, and also Kirsten's bat-crazy witch of a mother who is spending her time killing her cat. Before the Nazis can capture Kirsten and force her to f the elf and create elf babies and take over the world. And look, I really tried. I tried so hard. I have no idea. I remember seeing this movie as a kid. I have a cousin who had all these old horror movies recorded onto VHS tapes, and she showed this one to me and it mortified me. Like, gave me nightmares. It was really bad for young Stanny. And of course, I couldn't find this movie for years to save my life. I didn't remember the name of it. I couldn't remember anything about it. And then somehow I came across it a couple of years ago on YouTube. And I just had a heyday with it. You guys, this movie was made. It's unbelievable. I will say, I've always loved the poster. The poster is really fun, but it's terribly misleading. It has nothing to do with what the movie's about, and I dig it. Yeah, I can talk about everything that's wrong all day, but let me try to find a few positives first, because there's at least one, and that's Julie Austin. She's the best part of this film, and she works well with what she's given.
I'm sorry my friend's bled all over your store. You want me to stay here and clean it up?
But that might not be saying much because everyone else here is just terrible. Dan Haggerty, I don't know what the he was doing. He is literally drunkenly hanging out and just...
The elves here. Come on, hurry up.
Who knows what the he's doing? Deanna Lund, also another accomplished actress, was just sleepwalking through every scene that she was in.
I don't find that funny. Not in the least.
Even when she's drowning the cat in the toilet or being electrocuted in the bathtub. And the little brother, an atrocious pig, given the worst dialogue. I can't believe that this little boy says some of the things that he says.
And you've got big tits, and I'm gonna tell everybody I saw 'em.
And the girls who play Kirsten's friends, not even worth mentioning, couldn't even tell you the names of the characters.
You don't get it, do you?
No.
I just realized that I went to just dogging everybody in the movie, which is not what I meant to do, but... Let's continue. The music is very overwhelming. It doesn't fit the film at all. It's very made for TV-ish. It goes for this weird classical composition that doesn't fit the kind of horror film that you're watching. And also the effects, mainly the elf effect, which is another thing. Why is this movie called Elves? There is one elf. There is one mask, which is basically a head on a stick, and that is our main elf. It is so cheap and so fake looking. And that's what we're given the entire time. God, I really want to know what the writer-director, Jeffrey Mandel is his name, what he was smoking or drinking or mixing when he put this on paper, and if he actually thought that any of this made any sense. Chase your dreams. Thank you, Jeffrey Mandel. Thank you so much. And you know what? I shouldn't say that this movie is all that bad. There's Troll 2. Troll 2 is terrible. Elves is just terrible and mean. It's got that mean streak to it, and I think that's what draws me to it a little bit more. There's no humor involved. I think that's why I give it a little bit more credit than discredit. I could easily just give it one stab. I'm not going to. I'm gonna give it 2 stabs on Stanny's Stab-O-Meter. And that's because it has the balls to be completely bonkers. It kind of lags and is boring throughout some of it and has some really cringy dialogue and is just so weird and stupid. It's wackily entertaining. I sat through it and I still sit through it, scratching my head each time, wondering, how did Elves come to be? There's a mystery to this movie. I think that that's what kind of keeps me coming back. You know what? If a movie can do that to you, there must be something good about it. Do I recommend it? Yes, but also no, but also yes. See for yourself. Go watch it on YouTube. It's there. Let me know what you think in the comments. And you guys, don't forget to follow me on social media. I am on Instagram, I am on Twitter, and I am on TikTok. And also, do not forget to subscribe. Not every movie can be good. You know, this movie, it just kind of scratches that certain Christmas itch. Do you set out to make a bad film? Anyway, that's it. That's it. I'll see you next week. I'm just still baffled. Go watch Elves, you guys. Just go watch it.
Go watch Elves.
See ya.